await continuous, punitive attacks. He said the gates of hell will open more and more moment by moment upon the United States and Israel. The statement comes as Iran presses missile and drone barges across the region. Throne is signaling that retaliation will intensify, not slow. According to reporters from Agence France Presse, loud explosions were heard across Doha, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi. Residents reported missile and drone activity as Iran expanded its campaign beyond Israel. The Gulf region, home to major U.S. bases and critical energy infrastructure, is now directly in the line of fire. What began as direct exchanges between Israel and Iran is now rippling outward across strategic Gulf cities. The Israeli military says its response has been massive. At a press conference, IDF spokesman Fed Finn revealed that the Israeli Air Force has dropped over 4,000 bombs on Iran since the campaign began 4 days ago. He said the number has already surpassed the total munitions used during Operation Rising Lion, the 12-day war between the two countries in June 2025. Fighter jets have carried out 1,600 sorties since the start of this conflict. The scale, according to the IDF, reflects an expanded operational tempo. The Israeli Air Force also confirmed it struck a secretive Iranian nuclear site on the outskirts of Tehran earlier today. Missile warnings in Gulf cities, bomb tonnage matching and surpassing previous wars, public threats of gates of hell, and confirmed strikes on nuclear facilities. The fourth day of this war is no longer about isolated exchanges. It is about endurance, escalation, and deterrence. It began with flashes over Tel Aviv. Then came the smoke. Iranian state media claims ballistic missiles struck the city without being intercepted. Visuals show explosions, burning vehicles, and thick black plumes rising over what appears to be a densely populated area. At the same time, Tehran echoed with blasts as U.S. and Israeli airstrikes pounded the Iranian capital. The conflict is now unfolding across multiple fronts from central Israel to the Persian Gulf. According to Press TV, Iranian ballistic missiles hit Tel Aviv without being intercepted by Israel's air defense systems. Visuals posted by the outlet show a series of blasts, fire, and heavy smoke rising into the night sky. The footage appears to show multiple missiles slamming into buildings. The surrounding area looks densely populated. Another report by the Associated Press said firefighters were seen extinguishing scorched vehicles in central Israel following missile salvos from Iran on Tuesday. Israel's rescue services say at least 11 people have been killed since Sunday. The scale of damage is still being assessed. Separate reports claim Iran targeted the largest U.S. radar installation in the Persian Gulf. The system is said to be capable of monitoring the entire Middle East. With a reported range of 5,000 kilometers and a cost of $1 billion, it functions as an early warning shield. If confirmed, the targeting of such a system would mark a significant escalation in the conflict. There has been no immediate official confirmation from Washington. Across Tehran, explosions rang out overnight. Smoke billowed into the sky as U.S. and Israeli airstrikes targeted the Iranian capital. The sound of blasts echoed across the city at sunset on Tuesday. The strikes come after killing of Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei. Since then, the U.S. and Israel have continued military operations against Iranian targets. Iran and its allies are responding with strikes aimed at Israel, Gulf states, and infrastructure, tied to oil and gas production. The battlefield is no longer confined to one city. It stretches across the region. Iran's foreign ministry has launched a direct challenge to Washington's justification for the strikes, dismissing claims of an imminent threat as baseless. Speaking from inside a school scarred by airstrikes, spokesperson Ismail Baghai Khani demanded which imminent threat? Citing what he described as a Pentagon assessment that Iran posed no danger to the United States, Throne insists the weekend assault had no legal or legitimate grounds, escalating the war of words alongside the conflict on the ground. The American president states that Iran was an imminent threat. Which imminent threat are you referring to? The Pentagon's own intelligence report clearly indicated that Iran presented no direct threat to the security of the United States. It was we who posed the real danger. Did Iran ever launch any violent attacks or bring any form of aggression to the shores of America? Is Iran's problem that it's in? Is it truly surrounded by hundreds of American military bases throughout the entire region? Was it us? Was it us who sent a missile to the White House, or was it you? But in the last few hours, he's brought up something else entirely. Mr. would have stated that we had 4 demands from Iran. My fellow citizens, please pay close attention. Ending Iran's nuclear program, ending Iran's missile program, leaving our people defenseless against their crimes today. Ending the missile program. Put an end to every kind of support for your allies in the region and bringing about the termination of the Iranian Navy. Let me tell you, quite frankly, none of these particular discussions were ever brought up. Not a single one of these specific issues was actually raised during the Geneva negotiations. These are nothing but blatant lies that they are constantly fabricating and spreading purely to justify this action. Good relations with all neighboring countries. This era will pass, and Iran will emerge with pride from this historic trial. Do not doubt it. Our civilization says this. Our history says this, and the God of Iran desires this for us. We will triumph over Eid. The countries of the region must know, and they do know, that this war is not against Iran. It is only against the region. It is against the Islamic world. What we are doing is targeting. These are the places that serve as the origin and source of attacks against Iran. This is a principle of international law. We have been subjected to military aggression. We have the right to defend ourselves. We have a duty to defend ourselves when from their bases firm military action is being waged against us in the region's countries. So, what are we to do but defend ourselves? Therefore, our defensive action is not against any country in the region. The territorial integrity and national sovereignty of every single country in the region are respected by us. And I wish we were confronted with a situation where the United States was unable to utilize the soil of neighboring Muslim nations, their sovereign territory, for military aggression against another Muslim country during the sacred month of Ramadan.